Our next match in the MKB Rewind series features two familiar faces in the middle tier rankings of MKWii, Megavolt and Insane. Megavolt are the more experienced side, having made their debut in Season 10 of Wiimmfi League in mid-2017, but they finished bottom of the table, 12 points clear of playoff qualification. This didn't seem to faze them though, as they rallied forward in Season 11 in Division 6, finishing in the top of the table but losing to Forgotten Legends in the finals by 2-0. The win was a controversial one though, with Yax calling hacks on FGT, with WL not implementing a ban on ISOs at the time, which didn't have an anti-cheat system. FGT denied those claims, so the situation is still up in the air. Megavolt fell short once again next season in Division 4, finishing just 2 points shy of Team Mach, who placed ahead of MV despite having the same record, as back in the day, teams were awarded a bonus point for each time that they lost by 20 points or less, with Mach getting them on 2 occasions, MV with none. There were no playoffs in this particular season, which saw Mach getting the crown. Megavolt's pattern of falling just short of gold continued in Division 4 of next season, finishing 1 point behind Clan Volo despite winning their last 5 matches in a row. This would have given him a ticket straight to the finals, but instead they played Blue Wahoos in the semifinals and they lost. Clan Volo ended up winning that final. MV's second team played in Division 7, where they made it to the playoffs before losing to Infinite in the semifinals, with Resurrection winning it all. They were finally able to win gold next time out, albeit under their second team, Megavolt, in Division 4, by defeating none other than Insane, this being Insane's league debut. Megavolt, on the other hand, finished third but got knocked out in the playoffs. This was in Division 3, a step up in competition from their previous seasons. Season 15 Division 3 saw Insane and Megavolt in the same division, with Megavolt placing bottom of the league, and Insane making it to the playoffs, beating Kaisers and Resurrection before losing to Moonblast in the winners finals, then losing to Kaisers on the second go-around in the losers finals. Moonblast did end up defeating Kaisers in the grand finals, securing their third WL crown. The first team, Megavolt, saw themselves barely sneaking into playoffs in Division 2 of that same season, but lost to Euphoria in the winners finals, beating Final Stand in the losers finals, and losing to Explorers of Time in losers round 2. Gampt won the division this time in a victory over Demoralize, as well as their second team, Gompt, winning Division 4, their first and second titles respectively, not counting CTWL Division 3 Season 9, as well as an Elite League Season 2 Division 3 title earlier that year in 2019. Season 15 also saw Insane's second team, Insane, winning Division 5, their first WL crown. That brings us to Season 16, with Megavolt going against Insane in Week 9 of Division 2, technically Week 10 as they had to reschedule the match. This season of Wiimmfi League saw a different format, with 2 conferences, 4 teams in each conference. Top 2 in each conference would advance to the playoffs. The point system was also different, as a win would give you 2 points and a loss would give you 0, and there were no bonus points for losing by 20 or less. Both teams had all to play for as the stakes were high. Whoever wins this match will clinch first seed in their conference and face Eternal Midnight in the playoffs. And because the playoffs of this division was not covered by our media team, I will spill the beans in the sense that whoever wins this match would go on to win the division in the playoffs. Which team will get the job done? Will it be Megavolt or will it be Insane? This is an MKB Match Rewind.
Hello, everyone.
So, very interesting matchup we got here. We have Insane versus Megavolt. This match does have some interesting playoff implications. Basically, what's going to happen here is if MV beats IS, they're going to clinch first seed and they're going to play Eternal Midnight in the playoffs. Eternal Midnight is also a decent team. They can be very good on their day, but every so often you do get these matches where you see them falter a little bit, whether it's nerves under pressure or if it's just overall a lack of chem. Their last fixture, the reverse fixture, MV defeated IS by 56 points actually. And if you see the table, it actually says plus 36, but there was a minus 20 troll penalty put upon IS. So on On MV side, we have Emperor, Kazuro, Nact, Yax, and Horse bagging. And then IS, we have Charge, Logan, Hawk, Thunder, and David bagging. Relatively even match lineups here, actually. In terms of Suicide, I think they're both gonna throw some punches. And then for Troll, though, I do think IS has the advantage in Troll because Logan is a decent troller, and IS actually, they haven't played very many Troll matches, but when they have done very well. And then some key players here, I would probably have to say for MV, I would say Kazuro, Kazuro being new, because he knows IS very well. He's played in IS a lot, and he knows their play style. So if Kazuro can keep them at bay, whether it's schlagging or if it's just outrunning them, just knowing their play style, that'll be huge for MV. And then for IS, I would probably say take a look at Charge, because for one, we're going to be casting him. And second, he hasn't played in a few weeks, so we'll see how Charge does. If Charge plays well, I think IS will have a good advantage, but...
I have to give an advantage to Megavolt, because they have a team-wise a better LU, because they have been playing with each other for so long, and they have the chemistry, and Horse has been bagging for longer than David, and he has more experience. If Horse can get his game together and pull the shots, I think Megavolt has a huge advantage. Alright.
Yeah. In terms of chemistry, Megavolt has the advantage here because they've been playing together for a while. They're a tight-knit group. IS here, I do think that they can be good on their day, but if we're talking about chemistry, they're not the most consistent because they've been very up and down this season. They've had a couple good matches, but a couple matches, let's rewind to week 2 against MV. Not only did they lose that by a decent amount of points, but they actually had a couple moments where their chemistry wasn't very good. There was a clip where Hawk was getting pretty angry with them, especially with, it was in BCW basically, and he was basically saying that you guys should just spread out, don't worry too much about indivs, because Charge was shrooming up and he actually, I think, bumped Hawk into the wall. But yeah, that's just an example of how their chemistry can get to them. So if they can get their chemistry in check here, that's going to be very important.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. They have really good individual players, but it's up to which team plays better as a team instead of who can score the most.
Yes, with evenly matched sides like these two, chemistry goes a long way. I honestly think it's going to be very close because IS have a lot to play for in this match. They absolutely need to win this, especially by a decent amount. I honestly see this going IS's way, but not by much. I feel like it's going to be a win for IS by 10 or so, which is not going to be nearly enough. But yeah, that's how I see it. But you're right in the sense that it is kind of an insta-team meshed together. Not necessarily an insta-team because they have a couple players with good chemistry like Crash and Hawk. Crash not playing here though, and then Charge and David. We're just going to have to see how they fare in this match particularly.
Alright, so we have the match starting. IS seems to be picking BCW. I believe, I could believe that Charge knows how to do the glitch. I didn't pick up if it was using Daisy or not.
We are going to see Toad's Factory coming out. Even though that is of the German language, there's only one track with Toad in it, so there you go. We'll see how Charge holds up in first here. I'm not sure what the other spots in room, so I can't tell the draft spots.
They might be top 2-4. No, they're 1-4. I don't understand why Charge wouldn't go for Nida Box if he didn't have his teammate behind.
And I believe Astrid is Yax. I could be wrong though. Yeah, he's also using Rosa. So I don't think I've ever seen Yax not use Rosa. We do see MV occupying a lot of the mid spots here. Looks like 2-3-4. Charge is gonna have to start back spamming and making the shroomless. He's gonna have to start breaking away.
The pack,
Looks to me, yeah, everyone made Shroomless behind him too, so he's gonna have to continue this run. Paying attention to the bagging battle, looks like one of them has shock. Maybe no, never mind, yeah, they're going back.
Like the pack is already slightly spread out, so this is not looking good for IS since MV is all behind them. But seems that Yax went down to an item.
I do see David going backwards. I'm not sure if he's trying to bait Yax into thinking he has something other than a shock. Actually, no, yeah, he's in the tunnel. Is he? No.
No, he doesn't. He seems to have the shock already, since if he had the bill, he was just gonna fall off.
Yeah, if IS have shock here, this is gonna be huge, because they are occupying bottom spots. They probably are holding dodges right now.
No TS coming for IS, so they're probably just waiting for the final...
Yeah, they're probably waiting for the final ramp, yeah. TS them after the ramp, probably. Charge is not back spamming though, so I think IS is in second. So this could also be very good if they can secure top 2 and dodge up at the very end. Charge was able to run without a blue. I think they were also holding blue as well. Top 2 coming in for IS. There's the shock coming in late. Looks like, yeah, looks like... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, it seemed that they got a few positions out of that shock, either a top 2-4 or a top 2-5. We don't know who's in the third position yet, but since Thunder didn't slow down, that would assume that MP got third.
Yeah, it looked from the looks of it, I think IS dodged up from 8th to 6th, so I think MV got bottom 2. I could be wrong though.
A really good starting race for IS. We just gotta confirm the position soon. India was a top 3-5.
Yeah, top 3-5. 43 to 18. So that's a plus 25 race coming in for IS only after race 1. So this is looking very good. They cut down their point deficit to almost half in one race. Their head-to-head point deficit. So this is looking very good.
Indeed it is, and now they have a really good positions for either a BCB pick or Maple, depending how spicy they're feeling right now.
Yeah, I think they're gonna pick BCW though. IS really does like BCW. MT though, I think they're also decent at it, but yeah, they are gonna stick to BCW from the looks of it.
MV is opting for a Peach Garden. It's not a bad pick, but I would hopefully they can get items to catch up.
Yeah, Peach Gardens is actually one of MV's staple tracks from my experience playing against them. They really like that track. Vulcan, I think that's Grumble Volcano. I could be wrong though. My German is not the best, but yeah, it's Grumble Volcano. all right, I was right. Okay. I would say if you're IS, the bottom 2 runners should probably drop, like 3rd, 5th should probably drop for Shrooms. And I think only one of them dropped from the looks of it. Ooh, and Charge does get redded by Kazuro there. A bit of teammate on teammate action there. Because as you know, Kazuro is an IS, so he does know IS's playstyle very well, so he could exploit this.
Able to clutch that. Ooh, that power dodge was really unfortunate. He lost the Shrooms, and it seems that MV is top 3 right now, unless if I...
No, it's not. First. That was a very, very bad power for Charge's end, though. Thunder... Oh! And MV got blued because Thunder got redded right before that. I wonder if that was MV's blue or not.
That had to be MV Blue attempting to hit Thunder. That was really unfortunate.
Yeah, I think they were a little overzealous there trying to red Thunder because, yeah, the blue came in. I think they should have just held out on the red. But yeah, we do see Charge in first. A couple people take cut. Not entirely sure who it is. Neither bagger have shock, and neither bagger actually made backward strat yet. IS occupying top 2 at the moment.
And it's unfortunate that Charge couldn't get a decent item when people were taking the respawn. He only managed to pull a green shell. If he can keep back spamming.
I think he tried to. Yeah, that's a very good spot to back the green there, but I think he accidentally threw it forward instead of back.
Now, none of the baggers seem to have shock yet, so it's pretty much who. If MV has shrooms on top spots, and Yax is taking the
David fell
shot.
off, so MV might have it here. No, shockless. I think MV will get a good race out of this though.
Oh, triple reds for Yax. Is it gonna hit him? It does hit him in that top 2 for IS.
On the line. And he does
That's a
back him
top
as
3
well.
actually. Did it just hit top 4?
Charge redded him and backed him as soon as he landed. That was a good play from Charge.
Oh my god, rip Yax indeed.
I will say a bit of a lucky pull for Charge there, but he did make a meal out of that. He took those lemons and made lemonade out of that. Very good back spam at the very end there. Looks like a top 3 for IS.
It might have been a top 4. Indeed, it is a top 4. Holy moly!
Top 4 for IS. This is already a blowout. Oh man.
It was really unfortunate that none of the baggers could have pulled the shock, especially for the MV side. They could have turned this top 4 into a top 3 from their side.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened with the baggers though, because neither bagger made backward strat until I don't think they even made it at all until lap 3 possibly.
They didn't make it. They just stick to the boxes before the moving platforms, or after the moving platforms actually.
I certainly didn't expect this much of a push from IS. This is looking very solid. But Delfino does get picked though, so this could definitely ruin the momentum of IS depending on which items each team pulls and which team pulls the shock.
Indeed, it was a track pick that MV needed. Hopefully they can pull a comeback race or just swift the momentum of IS, because if they keep going, this is going to be game over before the GP ends.
Yeah. IS does opt to run in 1-3. I wonder if any of them are dropping though. Usually the strategy for luck tracks like this is to have top 2 spots run and then bottom 2 bag.
Charge is actually opting to drop for an item, and he pulls triple shums, not a bad chain.
Yeah, but IS are bottom 3 and now they might be holding a couple dodges. We're gonna have to see the bagging battle in just a second. It's very even actually right now. David actually gets the better of Horse there. Looks like he might be able to pull it here.
It seems that MV is top 3 and Emperor is dropping with the reds, hitting Charge. Good play from him. But since this is Delfino Square, the race is not over yet.
Yeah, that's Yaxon first. I believe that could be an IS player in second. I'm not sure though. I could be wrong.
It had to be an MV player because Emperor dropped with the reds instead of throwing them.
Yeah, you're right. So it looks like a top 3 coming out for MV here. I don't think either bagger have shock yet actually, because they're still both going backwards.
It seems that Horse pulled the bill, so there's a high chance that IS is going to pull the shock here.
I do see Charge holding a star. I do think, yeah, it looks like David might have shock. He's running away from Horse here, so they could IS could definitely come back here.
And since Charge has started, this is looking really bad for MV. They will most likely chain it here, try to get a good items, and even test some of the MV members.
They're gonna get them after boxes right here, probably. Oh, and actually, Kazuro predicts the shock there first frame, but he could, Charge could red him out of the star here.
Looks he uses the star too early.
Yeah, that was a bit early from Charge there. Looks like Kazuro has first in the bag. Yeah, I think, if Charge had used that star just a frame later, he would have redded Kazuro out of his star, but it's, honestly, I don't blame Charge too much there, because I think Charge wanted to get, like, an early shock call there, because maybe he thought that Kazuro had a dodge there too, but either way, it looks to me like IS might have gotten 2-3 or 2-4. It was a relatively mixed race.
It wasn't a bad race for IS, especially since the lead that they have. A 2-3-4, actually a good race for IS, not so good for MV.
In terms of overall running, I think it's fairly even. IS maybe having a little bit of the better of the running, except for Delfino where they fell behind. But I think IS are taking advantage of their items and such more than MVR at the moment. I think that's the difference so far in this match.
Alright, here we go. RBC, good spots for MV, so can they draft up? But it seems that Charge fell down for Willy Bomb.
Yeah, he had a lag start there, so could be a
another
potential...
set of triple reds for him.
If IS can get up there early, Charge is definitely going to schlag with these, but it looks to me like both teams are occupying relatively mixed spots here.
Seems that IS is already at top 4.
Yeah, David failed backward strat though, so the stars are aligning for Horse to get shock here instead of David.
Actually, MV is in first place. This IS member, it goes down to a green shell. 2-3-4 for IS.
Yeah, there was a star coming in there from, I think, Emperor. Yeah, Emperor. There it is. 2-3-4 coming in for IS though. Interesting to see what Charge does here with the Mega because... Oh, and actually David's winning the bagging battle now? No, Horse has shock actually. He's running away from David. Charge does
forced to use the Mega due to the TC and slugging with another set of triple reds.
I do like this from Charge. I do like this because IS are 2-3-4 right now. And I do think that that MV have the shock right now. So just keep MV back a little bit, let 2-3 break a little bit, at least secure relatively middle spots. I do like this though. We do see a POW though. I think maybe Charge might target POW first last turn. Unfortunate TC there.
For IS. And no target POW coming. Oh, there it is.
There it is, yep. Yeah, I got him actually. Yeah, I got him on the banister, but he's still occupying first, whoever is in first. I think that might be Kazuro. Could be wrong though.
With a comfortable lead, they will need either a blue shell or a good shock to catch him.
Keep in mind though, I believe MV have shock though. So this could definitely change the race around depending on what IS is holding. Sorry, MV. MV were a lot of bottom spots towards the end of lap 1 while IS were mid spots. There's a shot coming in a little early, only one person dodged.
And it was Emperor. He might be able to clutch second place depending on what he chained. It was a good shot from them since it was not that predictable. And
yeah, it was a little early. Yeah, that was a good. It was a good idea to go a little early there. But Emperor's only 4th. Okay, now 30. Reddit Thunder. So 1-3 coming in for MV. I still think it's gonna be a mixed race with maybe MV getting a slight winning race, not too big of one.
I gotta give a quick shout out to Charge for being able to dodge those 2 green shells perfectly. He could have just choked and hit them.
Yeah, I saw that at the very end. Good awareness from Charge. He slowed down after he saw the back green trajectory there, or the random green. It kind of bounced around a little bit. So Charge slowing down there. Good awareness from him to keep 3rd. Yeah, we do see a 1-3 coming in for MV, but it looks to me like... No, MV still won that race, actually. They won that by 3. But relatively lopsided GP1 so far, though. IS are doing very well, especially with the items they're getting. They're working with whatever items they get, whether it's the shock or triple reds, megas to schlag with, etc.
Alright, we're starting GP2. IS having the better positions in the room. Trying to keep up the momentum that they built on GP1. Probably gonna pick BCE.
Mm-hmm. I do think it'll be team picking BCE, and then on MV side it'll be team picking Peach Gardens.
Peach Gardens is not a bad pick for either both teams since they have mixed positions.
Yeah, you could have on IS side could have 1-3 run, and then MV side 2-4 run, and then bottom 2 bag. But I do think MV are the kind of team though to have 3 people bagging sometimes and 1 running. MV are decent at getting back up there when they bag initially. So if MV, okay, so it is BCW though. So MV are gonna have to probably spam their items in the beginning, whether it's shrooms or just to try to get maybe charge out of first, because charge I think could run this decently, especially I think he knows how to make glitch as you said before. But him being out for 2 weeks, I'm not sure how the rust is gonna affect him, but he's been doing decent so far, at least in terms of item usage.
So no one seems to be going to the right. Oh, never mind. There's 2 people going to the right side. Maybe one of them will attempt the glitch.
Kazuro making it a little difficult for charge there by trying to outline him, but I think Kazuro might have gotten bumped in midair possibly, so charge is able to keep first. Horse is winning the bagging battle by a decent amount at the moment.
It seems that IS is currently top 2. So this is looking really bad for MV.
Right, but as you know, BC Wii, if Horse doesn't pull the shock here and he maybe falls off and continues going backwards, I do think that it is a decent strategy to just keep chaining boxes in 9th, but it looks to me like Horse has it already. Yeah, he's running away from David.
I still think that they should still use an early shock since IS is building a lead in top 2, unless if they already have a decent amount of dodges. I'm actually curious on whether they're going to use it.
You do have a good point there. IS are breaking away a little bit. Early shocks are usually needed if the other team's breaking away a little bit. First ramp TS is a bit unpredictable, but they do respawn ahead of the ramp instead of before, so I don't think MV would opt to do that, and they didn't. They might just go for obvious TS on the second ramp here, we'll see.
It might have been the better play, unless if IS has any dodges down there. There's no TS, they might try the half bombs, maybe?
Yeah, I think that's what they'll do, but they're gonna have to use this soon, because IS are broken away in top 2 at the moment.
Unless if we were trying to get more dodges. I don't really understand why they didn't do the obvious TS. And there it goes, the shock.
There's
3
the shock.
flame runners going, dodging one of them in the bill, actually.
Yeah, there's Kazuro dodging up in a bill, but it looks like IS still have 2-3 safe, unless, no, they're in a mega. Okay, that's a very good draft there from Charge. That was very important. He kept 3rd. Without that, Emperor would have gotten 4th.
Not a bad shock for MV, but it could have been slightly better since slightly earlier. I mean, IS had a huge lead going into lap 3.
Yeah, and what is it? I was gonna say something. Yeah, IS have not gotten blued yet, actually, from the looks of it. Like, it looks like almost every race they've been holding the blue. And that's part of the reason why they've been breaking away. But MV got a good race out of that, though, 145. Considering the fact that IS were broken away in top 2, that's really not bad for if you're MV.
Indeed it is, and it's good to reset the positions in the room and maybe get a decent pick coming from them.
So according to Sal, I didn't pick up on it, but Sal was watching the stream on Charge's point of view with the sound. There were stars used, so I think IS were trying to prevent the shock from being used earlier. So yeah, that was a good idea from IS to spread out their dodges so that MV wouldn't use it earlier. Thank you for that bit of information, Sal. Thunder is very good at running MH and particularly running tracks in general. So I expect Thunder to start breaking away a little bit, and depending on what items Charge gets, maybe Charge could back his life on the people behind him, and IS could break away in top 2. Again, though, we are seeing Horse winning the bagging battle by quite some distance here. Good work from Charge there, not trying to mess up Thunder or anything. Even if he gets the draft, just hop away so that he doesn't wheelie bump Thunder.
Seems that IS might be top 3 since Charge is not attempting to backspan, and if they do, they already have a tremendous lead. So this is not looking good for MV.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks David is chasing Horse right now, so that's a very telling sign that MV do have the shock. And if they do, they're gonna have to use it soon because again, IS are broken away top 2, possibly top 3. I do think it's top 3 though coming out from IS. It'll probably happen here if I'm honest with you. No, no. That means MV probably doesn't have shock. That's a bit of a surprise there.
David is actually driving forward, and there goes the first blue shell towards IS, hitting Thunder. But I believe that IS does have shock, and it will be pointless to cancel that blue shell since they were holding top 3 with a break.
Is this another case of IS David pulling shock in 9th? Usually when you bag against David, usually he does pull at least 1 in 9th. I'm not saying he pulls a bunch in 9th, but usually it's like a bit of a pattern. He pulls maybe 1 or 2 in 9th. But yeah, that was a good race coming out from IS. Regardless of the bagging battle or the bagging luck, IS still outran MV there. So it was good on IS's part.
It seems that IS stopped forward again, and if it does, it's looking really bad for MV right now.
There is another top 4 for IS, you're right. Oh, IS are breaking away even further.
MV really needs to shift the momentum now if they still want to have a chance to secure playoffs. Even though MV is losing the match by 86, they need to keep the composure up since they're only down 20 head-to-head. It's easily comebackable within a race or 2.
Easily, yeah, it's easily feasible for MV. I do think MV are probably gonna stick to Peach Gardens again, unless they pick something else. Yeah, they are picking Peach Gardens from the looks of it. And I actually don't know what Blatterwald is, so I can't tell you what track that is until it gets picked. And it does pick Peach Gardens though. So MV finally getting a track pick. They're gonna have to probably have maybe one person, maybe 5th place run, and then have bottom 3 bag. Yeah, because one of them are probably gonna pull Shrooms or a Golden, so they can catch back up to the front. We do see Charge opt to go back for a dodge though, or Shrooms. Yax did pull something like a star or a bill, because he didn't take cut here. Probably a star.
I did not agree with that triple shim usage, and Charge gets punished out of it by pulling the TC.
I didn't either, because he was still in 4th. He could have easily carried those Shrooms up and used the taking cut lap 2, possibly lap 3 if no shock. He does pull a Mega though. Paying attention to the bagging battle, Horse is winning out a little bit at the moment.
I like how...
Interesting. Go ahead.
I don't want to flame anyone, but like that chain of a TC into a Mega, it's really interesting. I must say.
It was a bit lucky, but yeah, we did see Charge try to Mega the bagger. He was not successful. That probably means they have it. It's a very telling sign that they do. And Yax is holding a star from... I'm like 99% sure of that. Not sure about the other runners here.
I don't think neither bagger has a shock yet, since Horse seems to be chaining.
We do see Yax
boxes.
getting back redded though, so any chance of probably dodging up to 1st is gone here maybe, unless I think he'll probably still get 1st if he dodges up, but not by too much of a distance.
Neither of them has shock yet, since it seems that Horse pulled a bill. He was going for I was gonna say he was going fast with the shortcut.
Yeah, he did fall off earlier, so I thought he had shock. Either he lost it or he just never had it in the first place.
Seems that IS actually has shock, and there it is.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Another Mega.
And he changed into a Mega. Is he gonna flatten him? He's gonna flatten Emperor here.
He didn't even need to. because of the greens, and that's another top 3, and that might be games for MV.
That was a good idea from Charge there, just to slow down Emperor. I think he might have gotten greened or redded there at the very end. But IS are just breaking away at this point. Really, really interesting lap 1, though. He chained triple shrooms into TC, and then... okay. Very, very high IQ plays there from Charge, must say. But overall... Go ahead. Ooh, that's the 3rd top 4 for IS this match. That's quite unbelievable, if I'm honest with you.
I mean, now looking back at the play, like he was probably either attempting to getting a slagging item because it seemed that IS was up too, but still, I didn't agree with his play, but he still got rewarded by it.
I honestly do like Charge's willingness to schlag whenever he wants, but yeah, I do think he was a little overzealous there. I do think he could have probably taken cut with those shrooms. But MV is falling apart right now. I'm not gonna say it's pure luck though. IS has gotten a little bit of fortune with their luck, but they've been using their items very well. IS, and they have outran MV a few times when there were skill tracks being picked. BCW and MH as examples, both tracks IS broke away in top 2 and top 3. So I shouldn't say it's pure luck right now. IS are actually up by 115. So
yeah, Heavy said like they were having luck with items, but they also been having most of the top positions up there. So
yeah,
a mix of both can only mean disaster for MV.
Yeah, so it evens out because IS have been running for the majority of this race, or this war. MG though. I do think MG is a good pick for MV. MG can be a very, very good track for ruining momentum, especially with the shock in cave. We'll just have to see who pulls the shock in the end, though. IS currently occupying top 2. A few people take gap. Not sure who's in first, though. Didn't see the name.
I'm unable to see the name either, but it might have been IS member, because Thunder... Actually, no, it was an MV member due to the POW attempt.
Yeah, that POW, I think it might have been a target POW on first, an attempt there. So 1-3 coming in from MV. That bomb comes in from Charge, though, so it's going to make them fall behind, especially maybe because I think a few of them were pulled shrooms there, MV. They probably lost shrooms after that bomb.
Yax unfortunately fails the shortcut. That is not looking really good for MV right now.
Yeah. Sometimes mistakes like missing gap don't mean too much if your team's ahead, but that was a very, very crucial miss there from Yax, because IS are 1-3 right now. Had Yax made that, he probably would have gotten up to first, but especially with... okay, here's the shock, though. That was... Yep. This is going to take Kazra all the way to first. Who else dodges, though? I think another MV player dodges.
Unfortunately, they were not able to pull any TS.
Oh, Charge! Oh, good recovery. Good recovery there from Charge. The POW sent him in the air, so he opted to trick on the second. Oh, the red actually hits himself because it was going for the person who missed gap, but it didn't mean much in the end there. Yeah, it didn't mean anything. But what was I saying before?
I should have had a flashback of Jeff's video that I don't know if you have seen it, that he attempted to Reddit someone that missed the gap. It was literally the same thing that just happened.
Yeah, but luckily for Charge though, it was only Logan who passed him up in the end. So didn't affect IS as a team. IS wins that race by 1.
IS literally only needs to secure one more race. Win one more race to secure the war. Unless if MV pulls something crazy the last 2 to 3 races.
I honestly really wonder what MV are going to pick here.
They are picking DKS and Koopa Cape. I do think MV, yeah, and from my experience playing against MV, they do like Koopa Cape, but I'm not sure if Koopa Cape is the best track to play at the moment. I do think, even though they are getting a bit outshocked at the moment, I do think a shock reliant track would definitely favor them because they need just one race to kill the momentum of IS. I do think MV could run this, but I don't think they're gonna get too strong of a race here. Maybe a decent race probably, but we'll see. We do see Charge. He opts not to go for Shroom, but I think he's worried about his rust. But we do see MV getting top 2 as a result, top 3 actually. Logan is goldening up from the looks of it though.
MV might be top 4 now actually, unless I missed an IS member
Logan
up there.
goldened up. Logan goldened up. He's in second at the moment. But IS occupying 1, 3, 4 at the moment. Or 2, 3, 4 worst case. I'm not sure if Logan's first or second.
Charge managed to hit Thunder. Wait, was that no Emperor? My bad. Sorry.
Yeah,
Just,
the Wheeler. Good reactions there from Charge, dodging both of those back spams. Not sure whose PAL that was. I think it might have been IS's to get Charge in the air.
No, it had to be MV. MV spells.
Yeah. I'm not sure how MV lost third there. I think maybe they felt Shroomba. Not entirely sure though. I didn't see that. Neither bagger have shock though. Interesting idea for Charge. I don't know about that Shroom chain. He does get into another Shroom though. I do think Charge probably could have stayed tight though and gone for the boxes on the left ramp though, because he did fall behind just a little bit there. Nobody has the shock yet. Oh, and he does cheese a Mega there. Charge with the Gurus there. But someone's gonna start. He's gonna opt to Schlag. I don't know. That's a very hard spot to Schlag in a Mega though. I do like the idea from Charge though. I think he should have probably kept running though, especially probably predicting the MV shock.
Well, he's most likely just attempting to scare the dodges out of them, maybe force and then pleasant shock.
It's just Charge's willingness to keep them back though. I do like that. Thunder will get TC'd though. Star coming in from Knack. He does get redded after the Star though. So it looks like a bottom 2 coming in from MV unless Charge doesn't.
And then another Mega.
Oh. And a bottom 3 for MV it looks like. So IS are break. This looks to be like a blowout. This is one of the biggest blowouts I've probably seen in a long time. Okay, so counting this match, 3 out of the 4 matches I've casted for MK boards have been blowouts. The only match not being a blowout being SY versus... Actually, technically that was a blowout because SY did beat MO by 2 games to 0. IS getting top 2, 4, 5 here though. Yeah, this is an absolute thrashing on the hands of IS.
Just one last time before the matches, I gotta give a quick shout out for the Charge. His reflection and willingness to schlag for the team is putting a big job for the team.
It was an Elite Cup match where it was the winners bracket semifinals where SY beat MO by 2 games to 0. So pretty much every match I've casted has been a blowout. Triple Reds here coming from Charge has been pulling quite the Triple Reds this war. It's kind of funny to see, honestly. I feel a little bad for MV in that respect. I haven't really seen MV pull very many Triple Reds or Megas, but Charge and IS making lemonade out of their lemons in this war. I do see a battle for... Yeah.
Okay.
That was very good work there from Charge. He was blocking off the cut there, and he ended up bumping him in the end. I do like that coming out from Charge. Just keeping MV in the bottom 2 spots again, and then they're holding blue as well. So looking very good for IS yet again.
Attempting to
honest-
bump Yax out. Really good play.
Yeah. Honestly, I do think that despite some of Charge's plays, sometimes he isn't successful with his ideas. I do think that he does pose a very, very big threat in the mid pack. He is a good runner, but whenever he's in the middle of the pack, he is a very, very dangerous threat to be reckoned with. So blue comes in though. Yeah, it does. It looks to me like it hit another one of the players in the explosion. So it looks to me like MV are still keeping first here. Looks to me like David had shock. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to RN Callum, who's watching the stream right now.
Hey, Callum, my boy. Back from the MS days. MS, throwback to the MS 9th sock meme. We will, I think IS are probably going to take cut here, and
Actually,
Yeah,
he managed to not hit Thunder, but Thunder failed the shortcut.
yeah, and he also fails to hit the MV player there. But again, the willingness to put team first over indivs is very good coming out there from Charge. He was called an indiv back in week 2 when when Hawk got upset with Charge for shrimming up at like the end of BC Wii and bumping Hawk. I think there were people saying, "Oh, he's an indiv," but I do think it was just kind of a lapse of attention from Charge. We do see Charge wheeling dancing with David though, so that's kind of the summary of the war right there. The wheelie dancing. It's just IS is just having a they're just having a blast here. Kind of just they're kind of coasting at the moment now. Thunder has been probably the most important player for IS2 in Division 4, and he has played a couple matches for IS1. He's moved up a few times, and he's been showing the world that he is capable of playing in D2, and I think he did a very good job. He was in tough spots a lot of this war, so like him or not, Thunder has made a huge impact in this match and with IS2 and IS1 as a whole.
Now that you mentioned that, like, I haven't really played with him in a long time, but he always had this a good T-tier, good lines. He just like lacked how can I say game awareness. Yes. Mm-hmm. But he seemed to improve that a lot just by looking at the stream at this match.
Yeah, I think he has vastly improved from season 15. Actually, this is season 16. Actually, correct? Just making sure.
I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah, it's season 16. IS2 did win D5 in season 15. Thunder was in that team, but obviously it was D5. So Thunder did play well that season, but it was only D5. So he still had doubts coming into this season with IS2 and IS1, but he has vastly improved over the past few months in terms of item usage and game awareness, as you said before, which he was lacking that before. He has vastly improved though. And then IS1 as a whole, if they can keep this up, like I said before, they are good on their day, but their chemistry sometimes lacks. But this match in particular, their chemistry was very evident. And if they can keep this up, they're going to be very dangerous if they make playoffs.
Didn't Thunder MVP on D5 last season? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think he did, and he also MVP'd this season for D4. So Thunder is relatively good in low divs, but like I said before, he has proved his doubters wrong in terms of playing in the higher divs. He has held his own, and I think in this match he kind of broke out a little bit. So that's good on Thunder's part. And then I do think Hawk and Who else? Who's the Hawk and Logan have done decent running as well this match, and Charge has been mainly the pack player, and he's done a decent job of it. Say what you want about his item usage in Peach Gardens and a couple other occasions, but he has successfully kept MV back in top two, bottom two, and bottom three in a lot of the races. So credit to Charge for that.
Just also wanted to give another quick shout out to our 58 viewers watching us right now. Thank you so much for watching this match with us.
It's a decent turnout. Our highest was probably like 70 or 80. Actually, I think around 90 in the EL Cup finals last year, EL season finals last season with Wally Wogs and Sincerely Yours. But 63 now. It's not too bad for a regular WL match. I can only assume that playoffs will get a few more viewers.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, we do plan on casting a lot of the playoff matches. Not a lot, but a decent amount of playoff matches, especially since I'm finishing up building my PC and I'm going to be able to stream host a lot. I wasn't able to before because my laptop is kind of dying. We actually didn't get to stream AV versus VC yesterday because we had no stream host, and I could have stream hosted if my laptop could actually run it.
And I definitely didn't forget about it while playing Fortnite.
Yeah, definitely not. Nah, definitely not. But we are having a bit more interest in terms of casting and a bit more activity in stream hosting. Because Monyz was previously a caster, but now he's actually learned how to stream host too. So stream hosting, we're going to be able to have a few more of those. So more stream hosts means more matches. I got the bad mic, Dino. But that won't be for long because I bought a USB mic on Amazon. And once I build my PC, I'll be able to use that USB mic because my PC actually slows down when I plug it in.
I wish I could have done that, chicks. Anyways, going to race 11. I have absolutely no idea. Indeed, it is. They need a top 5 and a top 4-9 to win the match because 2 top 4-9s is just 62.
And I do think that is why MV opted to go for GV2 because they need the top 5 at least once. We'll see how Charge holds it. Yeah, it looks like Yax and Thunder both trimmed up. Thunder actually bumps Yax. I think Yax wheelied into Thunder. And he falls all the way to last, actually. So top 2 coming out for MyS.
This is not looking really good. They need to pull a shocking knife since it seems that David is bagging.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do, they need to use it fast because the race is almost over. Oh,
and he actually gets bumped off by, I believe, Knacked. I think he shroomed up there. So this could look good for MV, but MV are still like 5, 6, 8 right now. Oh, random green there for coming in. No,
next
looks
did
like
not pull shocks. So them is games, lads.
That is good games. IS have secured the win in terms of plus-minus points, overall plus-minus, or head-to-head plus-minus. F in chat for MV. But yeah, this is a very, very crucial win for IS. They made a huge statement with this match.
So yeah, once more, I just wanted to thank everyone for watching the match and thank Jaggy and Sal to cast a match with us.
Very, very good turnout, actually. We had a turnout of 63 at one point.
All right, is there anything you would like to say before the stream ends, Jaggy?
I think we already harped on a lot of the points. I think IS did very good in terms of running when they needed to. And then whenever they were in like mid spots and such, they made use of their items, whether it was reds or megas. And MV were just not able to cope with it.
I gotta say
Yeah,
that
thank you,
IS actually completely shut off my idea. They managed to win the first race and keep the momentum going through the entire war.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out, guys. Thanks for casting with me, Monyz.
You're welcome.
All
And I'll
right.
see you guys next time.
See you guys.